How the hell everybody, Phantom Claw here, and wait a minute, I'll probably show that out first. Um, and here's the sixth Let's Play of Would You Rather. I'm gonna try to do this on a weekly, as a weekly thing, so that way you lot would, or maybe once a fortnight type of thing, so that way there'll be at least one Let's Play every week or two on a Monday. And let's kick things off with this one. Would you rather live in a foreign city or not know the language, or live on an island alone? I would admit this would be kind of. I guess either way it wouldn't be so bad. I think in this situation I would prefer mostly to live on an island alone, because like, sure, I might be isolated, but hey, I could no, in the description back down here it does say you will never be able to learn the language. Now that applies to the foreign city. However, it doesn't say anything about inviting people to temporarily stay on an island with you for like 3 days. So I could temporarily have some people on an island with me for about 3 days until they can next leave, because it would be like every 3 days that I would actually that I could get like some deliveries made to the island. Really, some people. Well, yeah, I guess thinking about it, you could have an interpreter speak to help you out, but at the same time, with living on an island alone, it doesn't say, the description doesn't say anything about whether or not you could temporarily have people stay on an island with you for about 72 hours, because like every 3 days you could have a new shipment of goods delivered to the island, so you still have some social interaction. And the best bit is that the people making the deliveries could very well speak the same language as you, which wouldn't be so bad. Would you rather be a Muslim or be a Jew? This is a bit. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel a little bit uncomfortable answering this question, because I was so baptized into like the Catholic Church, but I'm not really much of a religious person. Because I try to distance myself from religion, because like me personally, I'm not all that interested in religion so much. But I do try to be respectful to people's to whichever religion someone believes in, because like, if you choose to believe in any religion, doesn't matter which one it is, that's your choice. It's just me personally, I choose not to. Between the two, I think I mostly want to choose to be a Jew, because I do know in the Jewish culture you do have in with the whole Jew with, I do know that, because there's this thing called a debit box that contains a type of Jewish demon known as a Dybbuk, and I might want to know how to defend myself against a Dybbuk if I encounter one. Out of your own pocket, eat, would you rather 4 course and $10, or 10 $100 bills that add up to $1,000 out of the pockets and into the mouth. You have to pay for what you eat. I think I'd go for cause. Okay. Most people go for bills, or for $100 bills, but you still get loose change though. In either way. Plus, also with coins, you can just put them in money bags and take them to the bank. Would you rather be able to freeze time for 1 hour every 24 hours, or be able to replace one thing per day that disappears for after 24 hours? Ooh, this is actually an interesting one. I will admit, I think I prefer this one about being able to freeze time. Yeah, I choose it. Yeah, I choose to be able to freeze time for an hour once every 24 hours. And the reason why I choose this ability is because the 1 hour that I would have frozen time for, I could have easily, because I could do it so that I could do it so that I could hold on to someone and do it so that that person could, and do it so that not only that time around would freeze, but also the same thing could apply to like anybody whose shoulder I'm touching. Because like, if I were to put my hand on your shoulder and I were to use my time freeze ability, then time would freeze. Then when I freeze time for an hour, this would apply to both me and whoever's shoulder I'm touching, if that makes sense. So that person gets to experience what gets to experience it as well. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, and I do apologize if it sounds confusing. Would you rather be able to pop all of your pimples at once, or be able to crack all of your joints at once? Now, I have heard that if you pop all your pimples at once, that can be a bad thing because that could lead to scars on your body. Whereas cracking all your joints, now there is a superstition about how that would make your joints stiffen and increase your chances of arthritis, but that's only but that's actually just an old wives' tale, because my brother had actually Google searched it, and he actually found out that the whole thing about like being able to doing that with your fingers, like being able to crack them, that's just an old superstition, because that's just like one of those old wives' tales, because that was completely made up by some people or by parents who did not like the fact that their kids were doing that, and those parents actually actually lied to their kids by actually saying how that would give you arthritis in your fingers. But wouldn't I don't know. Would you rather always drive under the speed limit, or always drive over the speed limit? I think I'd rather choose to drive under the speed limit. I know that sounds dumb, but if I had a driving license, I think like you would still gain a speeding ticket. Well, I think I still drive under. I think I always drive under the speed limit, because if I were to drive under the speed limit, like, because there's also an odd chance I might accidentally hit someone with my car, And if I were to drive under the speed limit, like if I were to drive like 20 miles per hour, maybe less than that, there's still a chance that the person who I accidentally hit with my car could still survive and get medical treatment in time. Plus I wouldn't drive off. I would actually stop the car and check on the person and call for help, because like me personally, I would rather I rather make sure that the person is okay and gets medical help in time than speed off and leave the person injured. Would you rather snort one crushed up old droid mint, spearmint, or take one shot 1.5 ounce of Tabasco sauce? I think I'll choose this one, the spearmint thing. Really? I might have to look up the old droid mint thing, because I'm not sure what that is. Oh, I think I actually answered this one before. Would you rather only speak in words that begin with H, or not be able to say any words that have the letter E in them? Would that include the word have? Well, that wouldn't be fair, because that would include the letters B, have, the, letter, them, able, and such. I think I'll go for H. Yeah, that's a 50-50 split right there. Well, anyway, I'm going to end the video here, and I put forward a question to you. Would you rather only speak in words that begin with H, or would you rather not be able to say any words that have the letter E in them? Hope you all enjoyed the video, and until next time, goodbye for now.